Hey everybody, hope you're having a great day. Take a look at this. Homemade flour tortillas with chorizo and egg. Chorizo is a type of Mexican sausage and it's delicious. But let me show you how to make these tortillas. You start with a cup and a half of all-purpose flour, and then you want to add 1 teaspoon of baking powder. Now if you have self-rising flour, you don't have to add the baking powder. And then you want to add 1/3 cup of Crisco shortening. And start cutting it in with your hands. It's the easiest way. Just get it all nice and combined. Then we want 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And you'll kind of have to taste these after you make them, decide whether you like yours with a little more salt or a little less. Then give that a good stir. And next comes hot water. 1/2 cup of very hot water. I put it in the microwave for 1 minute. And it's so hot you can't really even touch it. You should probably use a spoon to get started. And then bring that dough together like this. And it's a very warm and sticky dough. And you want it to be sticky. And then you want to pour it out on your counter, your worktop, and begin to work it together and knead it. And you want to knead it like this for at least 5 minutes. And it'll become more pliable and elastic. You just keep working it with your hands. Then you want to divide them into individual rounds, and whatever size you prefer. Just roll them up and put them in a bowl, and then you want to cover that bowl with a wet paper towel to keep it moist, and you want to let them sit for 15 minutes. And while they're setting, I'm going to start making the chorizo and egg, and I'm going to begin by dicing up a little bit of onion. Get a nice dice on that, and then just a little bit of this sausage. It doesn't take much if you're making a small amount, and I'm just making enough for me this morning. I start the sausage and onion in a completely cold pan. I just let it slowly come up to temperature, and when the onions are done, then the sausage is ready. So I've got the timer going on the stove for 15 minutes for my tortillas, and slowly these begin to cook. I use a tortilla press and a freezer bag. I cut the end off of the freezer bag and then slice both sides open, and that just works great to press the tortillas out and keep them from sticking to the press. So you just put one in and you lay the lid down and slowly begin to press. And you really want to take your time and give the tortilla a chance to spread out, because it's just spreading out under the weight of and the pressure of the press. And you press it until you see it pop out of the sides. If you watch at the lower portion, you see right at the bottom, there it comes. And once it reaches that place, you know it's all spread out and you're ready to put it on the griddle. Look how nice and thin these tortillas are. I couldn't roll them out like that, so I'm a big fan of the tortilla press myself. Now I've got an electric griddle set as high as I can get it, and you just pull them off and put them on the griddle, and it's just that easy. You just have to watch your tortillas and flip them over once one side gets some nice brown color on it. The very familiar look of a tortilla, about like that. Well, now it's time to put the eggs in the sausage. Oh, this is so delicious. One of my favorite things on a tortilla is chorizo and egg. If you've never tried this, I hope you give it a try if you can get the ingredients where you live. Now a little cheese. I've turned the heat off, the fire off under the pan, and we'll just put a lid on top and finish making those tortillas. Here, let me give you a look at how these tortillas turned out. Look how nice and flexible and tender these tortillas are. Ah, outstanding. Nothing like homemade. I know it's a lot easier to just buy them, but these are just beautiful tortillas and delicious. Look at that. Anyway, Let's put together one of these. You just get a tortilla. Cheese is nice and melted on the egg and sausage mixture. Oh, it smells so good. And on top of that, we want to put a little picante sauce. That's the way I like mine. And there we have it. Chorizo, egg, and tortilla. Let's give it a taste. Wonderful. Well, there you go. I hope you give these a try. They're delicious. I'll put the recipe in the description box below and also a link to that tortilla press. Thanks for watching. Take care. We'll see you next time. Bye now.